Ladies and gentlemen, the Adani Group has been cancelled by President William Ruto, not just from JKIA, but also in Ketraco. This was a surprise to everyone in the country, especially looking at the kind of energy that the Ruto's government has been putting on ensuring that the Adani deal has been done. Today, I don't want to talk much about Adani because we've done several videos about what Adani is and what it wants to do in the country. But I just want to shift slightly on a different trajectory as far as this analysis is concerned. According to me, I feel strongly that Raila Odinga has taken the blame, a significant chunk of the blame by Kenyans, or even the entire world, on his sentiments, based on his sentiments on Adani. In short, Raila Odinga was set up, and already now he has been ashamed by William Samoei Arap Ruto. That is going to form the basis of this analysis here today. But before I do so, kindly, if this is the first time you're watching our videos, please make sure that you subscribe, like, and comment, because that is the best support you can always give this channel. Now, what do I mean by William Ruto shaming Raila Odinga as far as the Adani deal is concerned? First of all, let us remember that Adani is an Indian firm owned by a very wealthy Indian person, and this person has been having various contracts on various areas, sectors like energy, general infrastructure. So Adani came to Kenya through means that we don't know, and he was given a deal on the JKIA. Then later on, a gentleman exposed the papers showing that Adani is being given the JKIA for 30 years. It was then the exposure was escalated by Senator Nyonka, and this is now serious, an ODM senior member. So what happened? It is that Onyonka raised the concern, took it to Parliament, said it on TV. Kenyans started having a conversation around the country about the Adani takeover of the JKIA. To be honest, Kenyans across the country rejected Adani takeover of JKIA. I have done videos here rejecting the same thing. We realized youths, all generations, saying no to the deal of the JKI because of the effects that it was bringing in the country and the picture it's creating for this country. Imagine our door, our entry point, being managed by foreigners. Not really good. Then we had a scenario where we had demonstrations organized in the country, and in these demonstrations, we realized that Kenyans came together to reject the Adani deal in totality. Later on, we had cabinet secretaries both for interior and those both for transport and treasury and also energy, trying to reject that the deal was not fishy, everything was okay, and they said that it's going to continue at the stage on which it is. It is at a good stage, advanced stage. They also went ahead to say that it's going to be much more beneficial to Kenyans. However, Kenyans raised concerns concerning the history about Adani. One of them being Adani, actually as we speak as the country, one of them was that Adani has been implicated on various corruption issues across the world. Therefore, it is not fair that amongst all other companies, it is the one that was come to Kenya. So that was the issue with Kenyans. One of the issues. Another one, it was the 5,000 JKIA, 5,000 employees that were supposed to be dismissed. And also the takeover for 30 years was too long. Another one was also the deal was not put in public for every Kenyan to know what was there. So concerns were raised. Leaders rejected, particularly those in power, rejected what Kenyans were asking for. And indeed, they went ahead to say they are going to do it. So Kenyans kept quiet at some point, but cases were taken to court. However, in Ketraco, the deal was signed. Actually, it was just about to progress to advanced areas, stages. So Ruto comes up at 3 p.m. when he was addressing the nation from Parliament buildings and says that has been cancelled. Of course, it has been linked with the kind of a case that was determined in the United States of America, where we realized that Adani were found guilty of, were found to be seriously engaged in corruption cases, and therefore they had a case they were supposed to answer in the United States. So this kind of a case, of course, it's the one that really cemented the chance. It finished off Adani as far as the Kenyan market is concerned. So what happened is this. So how did Raila Amolo Odinga, in for short, get set up by William Ruto? When Kenyans rejected it, William Ruto dissolved government. Then William Ruto came on board, brought on board the Raila Amolo Odinga people and formed the broad-based government. What happened basically it is that the Adani people were being defended by even the opposition people who were brought in government, including Mbadi himself. Defending the Adani, it was a very clear indication that Ruto and Raila Amolo Odinga were working to meet their interests, not the interests of Kenyans. As Ruto and Raila were working out, Raila was never actually mentioned anything about Adani. And as he kept quiet, Onyonka thought he was right, so he kept saying the positive things, the negative things about Adani, and why Kenya must be given the priority that the priority before any other company has taken over the JKI and even Ketraco. So Raila Amolo Odinga comes one evening, gives a press conference, and supports Adani and said Adani is very fair, it's a good company. Raila's statement was a surprise to Kenyans, but Ruto's support for Adani was not a surprise. Why am I saying so? Raila was expected at least to give a stand based on his history, because if Kenyans have raised issues, it was genuine enough for at least Raila Amolo Odinga to recognize the issues, the interests that Kenyans had raised. And Kenyans were not just against Adani, but they were saying Adani, they were not against some specific parts, but the entire deal was supposed to be made clear for Kenyans. So upon Adani, Raila Amolo Odinga's support of the Adani deal, Kenyans were disappointed. The conversation was all over, and people were asking, why is it that Raila Amolo Odinga has gone ahead to go against the Kenyan wishes? So when William Ruto cancels the Adani deal, Raila Amolo Odinga comes out to be the one who actually washed Adani more, who cleaned the Adani, that it was rightful for them to have the deal in the country. He supports the Adani, his voice is heard more, and now Raila Ruto comes and cancels it. Between Raila Ruto now and Raila, who seems to be better than the other in front of Kenyans when it comes to this Adani deal? Definitely it is Ruto. That he has gone ahead to cancel it, where Raila Amolo Odinga is supporting it. To make matters much more worse, it is that just in the morning, Raila Amolo Odinga appointment in government, that is Opiyo and I, said that the implication of the case of Adani in the US was insignificant on the Kenyan process, and that the deal could just continue, simply because Raila Amolo Odinga had said it. This was a very clear indication that Raila Amolo Odinga was supporting Adani and that it could continue whether we liked it or not as a country. So this means that Raila Amolo Odinga was set up, his image has been tainted, as even not just locally but also internationally. I don't know what is your take, but to me, William Ruto has ashamed Raila Amolo Odinga once again, and it's not just going to be the first time, it's going to be the second. There are going to be more shameful occasions for Raila Amolo Odinga going forward. My name is Abel Mukua. I don't know what is your take. Let me see that in the comment section. See you next time for more videos. Please make sure to subscribe, like, and comment.